Welcome, I'm Trudy Chapin. I'm here with Kim Panapento, and she is a registered dietitian nutritionist, and we are talking about nutrition tips that you can implement in your everyday life. Today we are going after the food label, demystifying that crazy food label we all see in the grocery store and don't know what it means.
Right. The front of the box of cereal you buy can be misleading because they can write on there, it's a good source of calcium.
Whole wheat.
Whole wheat,
Everything.
good source of iron. So as a mom and a consumer, that's confusing to me.
Right.
So what I'm telling people is that you need to really turn that package over and pay attention to the food label.
But why is that? Like, why should we not pay attention to that front label?
Well, the FDA does not require the items on the front of the food label to match exactly what's going on in the back. It can,
Awesome. So it's marketing.
It's marketing. It's a
Okay.
marketing thing. So as a consumer, turn that box over, look at that food labeling. They've improved the food label in the past couple of years. Now you can see it's bright and bold. They've changed the lettering, the numbers, the font. So now the calories stand out. So that's like the one first thing people zero in on are those calories,
Yeah.
for instance. And the serving sizes too. The serving sizes are based on a 2,000 calorie diet. Those serving sizes are not exactly recommendations that a person should have that certain amount of food. They're simple guidelines of what the average American might eat, for instance.
Wow.
2/3 cup, it might say on the back. That means that's what we actually might eat. So keep that in mind that
Yeah.
when you're looking at the serving size.
So don't pay attention necessarily to the serving size.
Right.
Look at all the others.
Still look at the serving size.
Yeah.
So then you know, for instance, if it says it's 2/3 cup and the number is 230 calories,
Yeah.
keep in mind that is 230 calories per serving.
Sure.
Not 230 calories for the 8 servings in the box.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, so that's kind of confusing for people. And then the other thing they did add to the food label is they decided to add additional sugars added. So added sugars. You'll see a total sugars,
Yeah.
and then underneath you'll see an added sugars.
Okay.
The added sugars are your processed sugars that they may have added. Those additives we really don't want to see.
Right.
But they did get that push so people now know how many added sugars are in that product.
So total sugars includes the good sugars.
Ensures
the
those natural sugars,
yeah.
which we like. Then you got those processed ones. So that was a
So
big
pay
deal.
attention to that line item of added
Yeah,
sugars.
the added sugars.
Okay.
The other part too that they did add is they added some more of the essential like vitamins and minerals we want to see now, such as the vitamin D. They also added the potassium, and that was the backing by the American Heart Association. People now are very heart healthy conscious. We want to control our blood pressure, so they added the potassium on too.
Okay.
They also vitamin D too. People are very into knowing how much vitamin D and vitamin A. Some of those are elective things they can add to the back if they want to.
Yeah.
Once again, it's very misleading.
So what are the recommendations as far as there's a percentage that we see on that right hand
for daily
column?
values?
Yeah.
Sure. Those what you're going to look for instance, if you're looking to increase your fiber, you're looking for a good source of daily fiber, you're going to look for the number 20% or greater.
Okay.
So if you want to make sure that something has a good source, 20% or greater.
Got it.
Fat, if there's a 20% or greater of fat, that's probably not a good item to choose. You want to look for 5% or lower
Okay.
when looking for total fat.
Yeah.
Keep in mind too, they also removed calories from fat from the new label. So now you're just looking at total fat grams. So it's less confusing, but the changes are good. I think they're going in the right direction. The very bottom, you're going to see the ingredient list. The ingredients are listed from the highest amount per weight,
Okay.
and they go by common name.
Yeah.
I like to tell people as well to keep a close eye on the ingredients, because sometimes there may be up to 20 to 30 ingredients in that food.
Right.
When
that you
start
can't
to
pronounce.
and you cannot pronounce them. So the less ingredients, the better the food is.
Okay, I love it. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. So I think I have more information about the food label, and I could go into the grocery store and actually identify, some of the things I should be looking for. I think to your point at the beginning, it's really about your own individual needs from a caloric intake standpoint. So making sure that you're looking at what is coming in that product based on your own needs, right?
Correct, yes. That's once again, it's very individualize it according to how many calories you are taking in per day. Like I said, it's based on a 2,000 calorie diet.
Yep.
So they kind of had to blanket it for the population. So.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm excited to kind of go back and look at food labels. I think I'm always a little confused in
Sure.
general when I'm looking at them. So I appreciate you coming in and helping us understand a little bit more about the food label.